Unbelievable. These foods can actually make you happier. Ever had one of those days? Or let's be honest, one of those weeks. You know, the kind when it feels like there's a grey cloud just hovering over you. Everything feels heavier, energy's low, and even the smallest tasks seem like mountains. You're dragging, uninspired, maybe even a little down. Now what if I told you there's a surprisingly simple way to feel better? And no, I'm not talking about a pricey retreat or diving into another 300-page self-help book. I'm talking about something that might already be right in your kitchen. Yep, food, but not just any food. We're talking about real mood-boosting, science-backed foods that can actually help lift your spirits and keep them lifted. Not a sugar rush that crashes you an hour later, but nutrients that work with your brain and body to boost your mood naturally. Sounds too good to be true. Well, stick with me, because today we're diving into the world of happy foods. You'll find out how certain ingredients can literally brighten your day from the inside out. I'll even share simple, tasty meal ideas you can start using to no fad diet. No restrictions, just delicious, feel-good food that brings joy back to your plate. Ready? Let's eat our way to happier days. Overscript. The problem and the promised solution. Let's be real. Modern life. It's a constant hustle. Between work deadlines, family responsibilities, social commitments, and that never-ending stream of pings and notifications, it's no surprise so many of us feel worn down mentally and emotionally. And when we're running on empty, what do we reach for? Comfort food, the sugary stuff, fried snacks, refined carbs. They give us that quick hit of relief, but it never lasts, because right after that high comes the crash, and suddenly we're more tired, more irritable, and deeper in that cycle than before. But here's the powerful part: it can break that cycle. The key, it's something most of us never learned in school. It's the incredible connection between your gut and your brain. What scientists call the gut-brain axis. Inside your gut live trillions of tiny organisms, your microbiome, and they more than just passengers. They reactive workers in your body's chemical factory. They create the very compound your brain needs to feel good. Believe it or not, most of your body's serotonin, the happy hormone, is made in your gut, not your brain. And when you nourish those gut bacteria with the right foods, they go to work producing serotonin, dopamine for motivation, and joy, and GABA, which helps keep you calm. So here's what we're promising today. You're going to learn how to feed your mood. No fads, no complicated plans, just real, whole foods that are backed by science and proven to help you feel better. By the end of this, you won't just have a new grocery list, you'll have a brand new way of seeing what food can do for you. The omega-3 powerhouses, fatty fish, first up on our list, are the superstars of brain food. Fatty fish, we're talking about salmon, mackerel, sardines, and herring. These aren't just tasty, they are swimming with a nutrient your brain absolutely loves: omega-3 fatty acids. Specifically, two very important types called EPA and D. So, what makes these so special? Think of DHA as a literal building block for your brain cells. It's a major part of your brain's structure, and getting enough is key to staying sharp. EPA, on the other hand, is a mood superstar. It has powerful anti-inflammatory properties, which is a huge deal because brain inflammation is being linked more and more to mood disorders, like depression. By fighting that inflammation, EPA helps keep your mood stable and balanced. Some studies even suggest EPA might be the more important of the two for fighting depression. Together, they help your brain cells communicate, keeping your emotions on an even keel. Bringing these omega to 3 powerhouses into your diet is way easier than you think. One of the simplest meals is baked salmon. Just take a fillet, drizzle it with a little olive oil, squeeze on some lemon juice, and sprinkle with herbs like dill. Bake it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for about 12 to 15 minutes. Serve it with some roasted asparagus and quinoa, and you've got a meal that's a triple threat against a low mood. And don't sleep on sardines. Canned sardines are super affordable and convenient. For a quick lunch, just mash a can of sardines with a fork. Mix in a little olive oil, some chopped red onion, and lemon juice. Spread that on a slice of whole wheat toast, or use it as a dip for bell pepper strips. It's a powerhouse meal that takes less than 5 minutes. For a creative dinner, try mackerel fish cakes. Flake some cooked mackerel and mix it with mashed sweet potato and chopped chives. Form them into patties, give them a light coating of whole wheat flour, and pan-fry in a little olive oil until they're golden brown. Delicious! Eating the rainbow. Fruits and vegetables, you've heard it forever. Eat your fruits and veggies. But this advice is about so much more than physical health. A diet filled with colorful fruits and vegetables is one of the best ways to boost your happiness. Studies show that the more you eat, the happier you tend to feel, with 7 to 8 servings a day being the sweet spot for a real mood lift. The magic is in the mix of vitamins, minerals, and especially our brains use a ton of energy, which makes them vulnerable to something called oxidative stress. Think of antioxidants as a personal cleanup crew for your brain, neutralizing damaging molecules and protecting your brain cells. This reduces inflammation and supports healthy brain function, which is essential for a stable mood. Let's break it down by color, because each color gives you different protective goodies. First, berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they're all bursting with compounds called antioxidants, which give them their rich colors. These are especially good at protecting the brain and improving blood flow, which can have a great ripple effect on your mood. A perfect way to start your day is a mood-boosting smoothie. Blend a cup of mixed frozen berries, a handful of spinach, half a banana, a scoop of Greek yogurt, and a splash of almond milk. It's a delicious, happy infusion to set the tone for your day. Next, leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. These are packed with folate and magnesium. Low folate levels are linked to depression, and magnesium is often called the calming mineral because it helps your body handle stress. A great lunch idea is a happy salad. Start with a big base of spinach and kale, then add colorful veggies like cherry tomatoes and bell peppers. Throw in some chickpeas for protein and pumpkin seeds for extra magnesium. Drizzle it all with an olive oil vinaigrette. And don't forget bright veggies like bell peppers and tomatoes. They're loaded with vitamin C, which isn't just for colds, it helps your body produce dopamine and serotonin. Fun fact, red bell peppers actually have more vitamin C than an orange. A simple snack of sliced bell peppers dipped in hummus is fantastic. The key is to make your plate look like a rainbow. The steadying hand, whole grains, in a world full of low-carb fads. Whole grains have gotten a bit of a bad rap. But for your mood and mental energy, they're a true friend. Unlike refined grains that cause blood sugar to spike and crash, whole grains give you a slow, steady release of energy. That stability is everything for your mood. Those crashes can make you feel irritable and anxious, but a steady supply of fuel helps you feel calm and focused. Whole grains, like oats, quinoa, brown rice, and whole wheat bread, are also loaded with B vitamins. These vitamins are absolutely critical for your brain, helping to turn food into energy and create those key neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. They're also a great source of fiber, which feeds the good bacteria in your gut, supporting that gut-brain connection we talked about. Let's look at some tasty ways to bring them into your life. Oatmeal is the classic mood-stabilizing breakfast, but let's make it amazing. Cook rolled oats with milk for a creamier texture. Then stir in some cinnamon and load it up with other happy foods. A handful of berries, some chopped walnuts for omega-3 South, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. This breakfast will keep you feeling good all morning long. Quinoa is another great one. It's a gluten-free seed that's also a complete protein. Use it as a base for a grain bowl. Top cooked quinoa with roasted sweet potatoes and broccoli, some grilled chicken or black beans, and a creamy avocado tahini dressing. A perfectly balanced meal that prevents that afternoon slump. And you don't have to be afraid of bread, just choose the right kind. Look for 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain as the first ingredient. A simple, amazing lunch is avocado toast on a hearty slice of whole grain bread. Mash half an avocado, spread it on the toast, and top it with a sprinkle of red pepper flakes and some pumpkin seeds. Quick, easy, and so good for you.
The building blocks of bliss. Lean meats, nuts, and legumes to actually build our happy brain chemicals. Our bodies need specific raw materials. One of the most important is an amino acid called tryptophan is what your body uses to make serotonin. Since your body can't make it on its own, you have to get it from your food. That's where high-quality protein comes in. Lean meats like chicken and turkey are fantastic sources of for a simple mood-boosting dinner. Try grilled chicken breasts. Marinate them in olive oil, lemon juice, and herbs. Then grill or bake them. Add the sliced chicken to a big salad or serve it with roasted veggies and brown rice. You're getting tryptophan balanced with fiber and complex carbs, which helps your brain use it effectively. But you don't need meat to get these benefits. Nuts and seeds like almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds are great sources of tryptophan, healthy fats and minerals like magnesium and zinc, which both support brain function. Walnuts are a special standout because they're also one of the best plant-based sources of omega-3 South. A simple handful of mixed nuts makes for a perfect afternoon snack. And let's not forget legumes, chickpeas, lentils, black beans, you name it. They are the unsung heroes of a happy diet. They're packed with plant-based protein, fiber, B vitamins, and a hearty lentil soup is wonderfully warming and nourishing. Chickpeas are amazing in salads, roasted as a crunchy snack, or blended into hummus. A classic hummus made from chickpeas, tahini, olive oil, and lemon juice is a powerhouse of mood-boosting ingredients.
CTA. All right, we're about halfway through our list, and hopefully you're already feeling inspired. If you're finding this helpful and are excited to try some of these ideas, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more people. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you do or not miss the second half of our list. I'd also love to hear from you. What's your go-to food that always seems to lift your spirits? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's get back to it. The Gut Guardians. Fermented foods and low-fat dairy. We've talked about the gut-brain connection. But now, let's talk about how to actively take care of your gut. This is where our gut guardians, fermented foods, and certain dairy products come in. These foods are rich in probiotics, which are live, friendly bacteria that support your gut microbiome. A healthy gut helps reduce inflammation, improve nutrient absorption, and, you guessed it, produce those mood-regulating neurotransmitters. Some of these probiotics, nicknamed psychobiotics, have been shown to directly impact mental health by helping to reduce stress and anxiety. The world of fermented foods is so flavorful. Yogurt and kefir are two of the easiest to find. Greek yogurt is a great choice because it's also high in protein. Just be sure to get the plain, unsweetened kind and add your own happy toppings like berries and nuts. Kefir is a fermented milk drink, kind of like a thin yogurt, and it's often even more packed with probiotics. Beyond dairy, you have options like sauerkraut and kimchi. Adding a forkful of either as a side dish is a simple way to boost your gut health. You can add sauerkraut to a turkey sandwich for a tangy crunch or serve kimchi alongside a rice bowl. Kombucha, a fizzy fermented tea, is another popular choice. It can be a refreshing, healthier swap for sugary sodas, but just check the label for sugar content. The goal is to find one with less than 5 grams of sugar per serving. By regularly including these gut guardians in your diet, you're taking care of the very foundation of your mental well-being. The Mediterranean secret: olive oil. For decades, researchers have been obsessed with the Mediterranean diet, and for good reason. People who eat this way lots of fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts, and fish consistently have lower rates of depression. And at the heart of this lifestyle is one key ingredient: olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is more than just a cooking fat. It's liquid gold. It's rich in healthy monounsaturated fats and packed with antioxidants that have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Since we know inflammation can drag down your mood, a diet rich in anti-inflammatory foods is incredibly protective for your brain. The healthy fats in olive oil are also what your brain is made of. It's about 60% fat, so it needs these high-quality fats to function well. Using olive oil is simple. The easiest way is as a base for salad dressings. Just whisk together 3 parts extra virgin olive oil with 1 part lemon juice or balsamic vinegar. Add a pinch of salt and pepper, and you're done. It's so much healthier than most store-bought dressings. Use it generously when you roast vegetables. It not only keeps them from sticking, but also enhances their flavor and helps your body absorb their vitamins. Instead of butter on your whole grain toast, try a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of sea salt. It's a simple swap that can make a big difference. Just remember to choose extra virgin olive oil whenever you can, as it's the least processed and has the most benefits. The caffeinated kick, coffee and tea. For so many of us, the day just doesn't start without a morning cup of coffee or tea. This ritual is more than a habit. It's a real tool for boosting your mood and focus, as long as you don't overdo it. The caffeine works by blocking a chemical that makes you feel drowsy, which is why you feel more alert. But it can also stimulate the release of dopamine and serotonin, which contributes to that feeling of well-being after your morning cup. It's not just the caffeine, though. Both coffee and tea are full of antioxidants that protect your brain. Green tea has its own secret weapon, an amino acid called L-theanine. This amazing compound promotes a feeling of calm alertness. It can boost GABA, serotonin, and dopamine, which helps reduce anxiety. The combination of L-theanine and caffeine in green tea is special. It can improve focus, without the jitters some people get from coffee. The key is moderation. Too much caffeine can lead to anxiety and disrupt your sleep. For most healthy adults, up to 400 milligrams a day, about 4 cups of coffee, is considered safe. Try starting your day with a mindful cup. Instead of chugging it on your way out the door, take a few minutes to actually sit and enjoy it. If you find coffee makes you too jittery, consider switching to green tea for a gentler lift. A cup of green tea in the afternoon can be the perfect pick-me-up that won't mess with your sleep. Putting it all together, the mood-boosting meal plan. So we've looked at a bunch of amazing foods, but the real magic happens when you start combining them. Let's walk through what a sample day of eating for happiness could look like. Breakfast. The ultimate happy oatmeal bowl. Start the day by cooking some rolled oats. Then add a handful of mixed berries for antioxidants, a tablespoon of chopped walnuts for those plant-based omega-3 south, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Top it off with a big dollop of plain Greek yogurt for protein and probiotics, and maybe grate a tiny square of dark chocolate over the top. This breakfast gives you slow-release energy and feeds your brain and your gut. Lunch. The sunshine salad. For lunch, let's build a vibrant salad. Start with a base of spinach and kale. Add a rainbow of veggies. Sliced red bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, and cucumber. For protein, throw in a cup of chickpeas. For healthy fats, add half a sliced avocado. The dressing is key. A simple mix of extra virgin olive oil and lemon juice. This meal is designed to keep you feeling clear-headed and positive all afternoon. Afternoon snack. The smart recharge to beat that 3 p.m. slump. Skip the sugar and grab a small handful of raw, unsalted almonds and an apple. The combination of protein, healthy fat, and fiber will give you sustained energy without the crash. It's simple, portable, and so effective. Dinner. The serotonin supper for dinner. We want something satisfying that helps our brain wind down. A beautiful fillet of baked salmon, rich in those omega-3 south, is perfect. Serve it with a side of roasted sweet potato stir. Complex carbs help get tryptophan to the brain and some steamed broccoli. Add a small forkful of sauerkraut on the side for a probiotic boost. This meal is perfectly balanced to calm your nervous system and set you up for a restful night. Practical tips for a happier diet. Knowing what to eat is one thing, but actually doing it is another. Here are some simple, practical tips to make this a sustainable part of your life. 1. Focus on addition, not subtraction. Instead of worrying about what to cut out, think about what you can add in. This makes the whole process feel positive, not restrictive. Just ask, how can I add some veggies to this meal? Or could I add nuts to my breakfast? Start small, and the healthy choices will naturally start to crowd out the others. 2. Eat the rainbow, literally. Make it a fun game. When you're at the store or making a meal, try to get as many different colors onto your plate as possible. Each color represents different nutrients. So, eating a variety gives your brain the full spectrum of support. 3. Embrace meal prep. Lack of time is the biggest hurdle for healthy eating. Spending just a couple of hours on the weekend to prep can be a total game changer. Wash and chop your veggies. Grill some chicken for lunches. Having these components ready makes it so much easier to throw together a healthy meal. 4. Read labels and choose whole. Try to shop the perimeter of the grocery store, where the fresh, whole foods usually are. When you do buy packaged foods, become a label detective. Look for short ingredient lists with words you can actually pronounce. 5. Stay hydrated. This one is so simple but so important. Even mild dehydration can tank your mood and make you feel tired and irritable. Carry a water bottle with you. If plain water is boring, add some lemon, cucumber, or a handful of berries to it. Wrapping it all up, we've journeyed through the science of food and mood and uncovered a powerful truth. What we eat is one of the best tools we have for our own happiness. From the omega-3 South in fish that build a stronger brain, to the antioxidants in berries that protect it, to the tryptophan in proteins that literally builds our happy chemicals, the connection is undeniable. We've seen how whole grains can stabilize our mood, how fermented foods can create a happy gut, and how even a small piece of dark chocolate can give us a science-backed lift. The most empowering part of all this is that you are in the driver's seat. You don't have to wait for anyone's permission to start feeling better. The power to build a happier, more resilient mind is right there in your kitchen, waiting for you at your very next meal. It starts with one simple choice: to add a handful of spinach, to swap white rice for quinoa, to snack on almonds instead of chips. This isn't about being perfect. It's about progress. It's about choosing to nourish yourself, not just your body, but your mind. Every colorful, whole food meal you eat is an investment in your own well-being. So I encourage you, start today. Pick one idea from this video and just try it. Notice how you feel. You have the ability to eat your way to a better day, and that is a truly wonderful thing. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this and want to keep learning how to live a healthier, happier life, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Here's to your health and your happiness.